Turbo Tim here of ZZPerformance. Back with our white Cruze we nicknamed Yeti. Only change we made is we put our stage 1 cams in it, which is a aftermarket cam for the intake side, and then we moved the factory larger cam profile to the exhaust side. So take your exhaust cam, pitch it, take your old intake cam, put it on the exhaust side, take our new intake cam, put it on the intake cam side, and then our tool comes with all the things to line it up properly to where your timing chain is correct. So let's see how it does. This car has been octane limited. It's running our Michigan 93. It's fall, so quality is questionable. I think it's fine, but I do have 2 stock cam pulls in here because both of them, one of them I hit it a little earlier than the other, so it kind of inflates the numbers down here because obviously I floored it a little sooner on the dyno. And then you'll see there's a difference up here. Basically, one pull has a little more KR than the other pull. But if you look at the average curve of both, it'll give you an idea of what the stock cam is capable of. Now, I don't know if I mentioned this in the video before, so I do have to explain. This is a stock cam that I played around with the cam timing. So I ended up going, down a little bit on the intake side, up a little bit on the exhaust, and then that gave me the best overall power curve gain. The peak before on the stock cam with me, messing with the cam timing as much as I could, I got a peak at 228. We put the cam in, very surprising results. Big torque boost. It spooled quicker. It made more average power over the whole power curve. I was expecting it to rev out further. I was expecting it to maybe rev over 7,000, but it didn't. But that's probably just the stock head flow. I mean, this car has 130 some thousand miles on it, and it ran out. This pull is to 7,000 RPM, and it's pretty much done around 6,600. But I shift this car at 7,000 because you want the highest average power curve. So you do set your shift point over your peak power. But getting to the facts, we got about 244 to 245 wheel horsepower. About the same for torque, pretty impressive. So 244, 244. This car is full bolt-on with cams and valve springs. The only next thing really to do would be flex and maybe some small stuff. But this is a budget, this is an example of a budget build. It has the bare necessity of mods that make a big difference. It's got the cold air intake. It has the Z04 turbo with the downpipe, midpipe that comes with. And then it has our catback, which our 3-inch catback that goes from the Z04 midpipe that the Z04 comes with all the way out the back. And then it has our cam, valve springs, that's about it, but I'm very happy with this. This is an automatic. If this was a manual, this car would be probably touching 300 wheel horsepower on E85, but still. Autos always dyno way lower than the manuals. So 244 foot-pounds, 244 wheel horsepower is super impressive. Since this car has the best average mod package for what our average customer can get, because obviously if I put E85 in it, we're going to gain more. I'll be able to probably turn the boost up a little more. I'll be able to add some timing. I'll be able to lean it out a little bit, and I won't be so knock limited because this car is knock limited. I wanted to show you guys this. This is the stock dyno sheet compared to full bolt-on with cams and valve springs. It made 125, which I know some people on the boards were like, oh, 125 wheel horsepower. That is high. That's high because the stock ECM made like 15 pounds of boost right here. That's 15 pounds of boost on the stock tune. Most likely that's just because the car is a high mileage car and the ECM wasn't able to control the boost. There's so many different failures these cars have. The turbine housings crack, which make them laggy, and then the ECM is trying to get the boost out of it, but it can't. And then all of a sudden the boost hits and then it can't turn the boost down fast enough. So I mean, you see this peak at like 15 PSI of boost right here, right where it makes the 125 wheel horsepower to the 244 wheel horsepower, full bolt-on with cam and valve springs. That is so impressive. That is huge. 244 from 125. I mean, these cars on average on our dyno will make about 115 to maybe 118 wheel horsepower through the auto. The manuals are, quite a bit more. But I just wanted to show you guys that. That's amazing. I mean, that'll take it from hating to drive it every day to loving the car. Just absolutely loving the car and still getting similar to stock gas mileage.